asking somebody, please do it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fairfield Woods Middle School. I'm your host, Chase Coburn. 2 minutes and 50 seconds is the clock until we get ourselves started from Fairfield Woods Middle School. We're in for an incredible game between Woods and Hillcrest, an undefeated Hillcrest team at that here in our girls basketball action on the Fairfield Woods Middle School YouTube channel. Got to speak with starting forward number 12, Taylor Vrahman. She's been a fundamental part of Woods' defensive outlook all season. I got to speak with her about some of the things that she's doing, how Woods is preparing for a tough matchup like this. Let's hear it again. I spoke with her just about half an hour ago before the game. Hey everybody, Chase Coburn here for Fairfield Woods Middle School. Today I am joined by a starting forward for the Fairfield Woods girls basketball team, Wildcat Taylor Vrahman. Taylor, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Happy you are here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Talk to me about the emotions heading into this game. Your team is trying to fight for a home playoff game. You're playing an undefeated Hillcrest team. What are kind of the emotions for this team heading into this game?
Well, I think we should be confident, but we haven't played them yet, so we'll see. Just have fun and play.
Yeah, 2 late season matchups with Hillcrest. Talk to me about what a home game would really mean for your team in the playoffs, because obviously you have a great home crowd here at Fairfield Woods. Talk to me about how much more electric it is at Woods and how much you guys are really trying to fight for that fourth spot.
I think everyone on the team would love a home game. I feel like it would just boost our energy up because we have last year we hadn't had a great season, so just boost our energy.
Talk to me about what you're going to bring to the table in this game, because it seems like you bring a lot of your value defensively. So just tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing in this game.
I think I bring all of the defense, just being aggressive on the team and just stealing balls. So, yeah.
Taylor, thanks so much for joining me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Now we're going to announce our starters here for both teams very shortly. Let's give it up for our starters for both teams. Fairfield Woods. For Hillcrest, it's starting number 24, Peyton Escobar. Number 5, Char Manuel. Number 11, Camille Misner. Number 22, Peyton Proteska. And number 3, Marissa Lombardo. Now let's give it up for your starters for your Fairfield Woods Wildcats. Forward, 8th grader from Jennings Elementary, number 1, Lily McDonald. Guard, 8th grader from Osborne Hill Elementary, number 5, Megan Lundergan. Forward, 8th grader from Holland Hill Elementary, number 12, Taylor Vrahman. And last but not least, forward, 8th grader from North Stratfield Elementary, number 22, Ray Baxter. I'm sorry, I missed one. Forward, 8th grader from North Stratfield Elementary, number 10, Jossie Farrell. And then head coach, Coach Apple. Yeah, guys, you definitely cannot miss Jossie in that starting lineup. She's a key part of this entire mission. She's the leading scorer of the team. The story in their win against Tomlinson back on Friday was Megan Lundergan, though. So obviously you have them in the backcourt. We talked with Taylor Vrahman, a very, very interesting interview, and obviously she'll be a key part of what Woods is looking to do defensively. It's the normal starting lineup. At first we saw Charlie Thompson get in the mix, Estelle Madera. We kind of saw some fluctuation in the starting lineup, if you will, early in the season, but now Fairfield Woods kind of found their solid 5 players to put out there, and again, that's Megan and Jossie in the backcourt. Lily and Taylor kind of as your small forward and power forward, and then Ray Baxter usually controlling the paint. You'll see she'll handle the tip right here for for Hillcrest. They have the height, and I think that's the key thing. That is that they're going to have, that Ray Baxter, she's going to have trouble in this game, or at least she'll try to prevent the troubles she may have going against a really, really tall Hillcrest team. They have the height, especially down low with team captain number 24, Peyton Escobar. So that's going to be the story today, right off the tip. It's an early start for the Hillcrest Hawks, It's Camille Misner getting it going for Hillcrest. And yes, folks, that is the undefeated Hillcrest Hawks. The team is yet to lose. It just shows you how great they are. Championship aspirations. They go down. Lily McDonald saying, let me get myself in this action. Back-to-back early buckets. It's 3-2 advantage Fairfield Woods. McDonald only had 2 points against Tomlinson on Friday. She's already has 3 to add on to her score. And then on the other side, Marissa Lombardo attacks the sideline. And Woods pays the price. McDonald trying to control it. Ball's tipping around. It'll stay Woods' way. Last contact from Char Manuel. Already a lot of early action from Fairfield Woods Middle School. This is a Hillcrest team contending with Jockey Hollow. They have an 8-0 record at the current time. Jockey Hollow is 10-2. Madison 8-2. So those will be the teams that could possibly get there. I mean, when you're undefeated, you got to think they're not going to lose 2 of their next 5 games to end the season. So you got to feel confident if you're Hillcrest about possibly pulling off and getting the number 1 seed in a matchup with either Flood or Tomlinson in round 1. For Fairfield Woods, we're going to talk about what the seeding implications mean, but it could possibly mean a home game, in front of this Fairfield Woods crowd, something that these 8th graders are yet to witness. It would be their first ever home playoff game here. So that would be really huge and a great boost for the program as a whole. It's going to stay with Fairfield Woods. 6:46 left to go here in the first quarter, so we're about a minute 15 in, and we've already seen a bevy of shots go in on both sides. We saw McDonald with the 3-pointer on Woods' side, then 2 shots from point-blank range over for Hillcrest. Pass was errant for Woods, even more errant for Hillcrest, though, so the Wildcats will regain possession after kind of tossing it around back and forth. Jossie Farrell grabs it, tries to beat the press. She gets it to Lily. McDonald working, turned over. It's a steal, the drive. Shot, way too much power on it for Peyton Proteska. Hillcrest will keep it, though Proteska not able to execute on the drive, on the fast break drive at that off the turnover. However, they do get it into the other Peyton Escobar. She's 2 for 2 thus far, and the Hillcrest Hawks lead by 3. Okay. Folks, I want to let you know here as 2 free throws are on the way for Escobar. We're currently having some scoreboard difficulties. You guys are seeing 0-0. That is not the score here with 6:09 left to go in the first quarter. We're looking at 7-3, perhaps 8-3 with a made free throw here from Escobar. Again, we're facing some difficulties there. We're trying to get back to you that. Hopefully, again, we can fix some of the issues that are currently being faced. 8-3 is currently the score from Fairfield Woods Middle School. And we should have that to you guys in just a minute as we are fixing that. But here is the press again, and it's Hillcrest to execute on it with a turnover again. Camille Misner is the one to make the Cats pay. It's another turnover. Taylor Vrahman was the one who surrendered the basketball on that last effort. And it's a 7-point lead already for the Hillcrest Hawks. Coach Atwood calling for the play. Purdue. 5:34. Purdue maybe turning into the Megan Lundergan scramble drill. She finally gives it up. It's Lily McDonald, Jossie Farrell working off the ball. She got open. Miscommunication. McDonald turns it over. Hillcrest once again on the fast break. That's been the story. Char Manuel. It's 12-3 Hawks. Ball's rolling on the ground. Woods had an opportunity if it was Farrell and Vrahman on the fast break, and instead it'll go back to the Hawks. McDonald. She's got Lundergan to her left, Farrell to her right. About a spin move. Farrell attacks down low, comes back to get it. Double teamed in the corner as it's McDonald the one to get it back. Jossie from mid-range. Hesitates, so she passes it back out. McDonald with 4:30 left to go in the first quarter. Jossie trying to attack off the screen essentially, and she's fouled on the drive. Jossie Farrell on the way for 2 free throws for Fairfield Woods. And she was really, really close to a double-double. It would have been a second consecutive game for her with a double-double. 9 points, 11 rebounds in her last game for Jossie. Though 3 of 15 from the field, did not make a three-pointer in her 4 attempts. So a little bit of inefficiency scoring-wise, but 11 boards is something to obviously talk about. 9 points, and then the game before against Worcester and the overtime thriller win for Woods. Jossie at 11 points, 10 rebounds. So you're seeing her 10 points, 11 rebounds, kind of that 11-10 range. So you're seeing her make more of an impact on the defensive side in terms of rebounds. And then you're also seeing her score at will. Again, almost back-to-back games of the double-double. That's a hard thing to do in this league, and it's very impressive, the versatility that she brings to the table. Now driving in, Jossie Farrell grabs a rebound. She made one of her 2 free throws the last time. Grabbed it away from number 5 on the Hillcrest side, Char Manuel, now number 5 in white in the Fairfield Woods side, Megan Lundergan. Mishap for Lily McDonald as she drives it in with 3:55. Lundergan trying to attack the rim. Farrell's open. She'll try it from the corner. Bounces high from the corner and then goes over the backboard. Too high for Woods' liking and too high for the refs' liking. It's out of bounds, and it will go over to Hillcrest. And so far, the difference has been Peyton Escobar. To me, I mean, she's just been a complete difference maker. They tried to get it out the court, maybe set up a look for Escobar down low. Instead, Marissa Lombardo took a step too many as she controlled the pass. It'll go back to Fairfield Woodside. 12-4 currently your score. Gotta love the little rhyme there. You gotta add it at some point. 12-4 your score with 3:30 left in the first quarter. Lundergan trying to get it to Farrell for an opportunity, and the shot just didn't fall. And Jossie's shot from three-point range, that we just saw, was kind of the only shot we've seen. We've seen 2 field goals. It was McDonald's three-pointer and then that. So it hasn't been Fairfield Woods shooting inefficiencies. It just has been that they haven't really been able to shoot efficiently in the first place. They haven't been able to just get up the shots. In general, you see another steal there, another miscue from this Woods sideline. Maybe something Coach Atwood will try to talk up. Maybe you bring in someone or kind of come up with a different scheme. But this Hillcrest defense is going to make them pay, or is going to make them work for every single shot. So shooting efficiency is going to be at the utmost of importance in this game if you're going to be Fairfield Woods. So Jossie, we mentioned 3 for 15. Farrell's going to have to knock down a few more looks that she usually does. Same goes for Lundergan, who's usually really efficient. She's going to have to make those looks. When Lily McDonald gets her chance, same with Ray Baxter. It's just the margin for error is so much slimmer than it usually is when you play a team like Hillcrest. But it's Taylor Vrama to come up with the steal. We talked with her before the game about her defensive presence. There she is. And Fairfield Woods able to get another possession out of it. They're going to just have to get some shots up if they want an opportunity. Lundergan drives it in, and they call a travel. The offense they're trying to have operate around Megan, and right now it doesn't really seem to be working. They've tried some passes on the perimeter, kind of swinging it around. I mean, to me, the key thing I saw with the first shot, their only made field goal today with Lily McDonald on that three-pointer, was that they just went there quick. So maybe the difference is going to be speed in this matchup, getting in quick on the fast break. And I think Hillcrest immediately applied the press as they are now. I mean, we've spoken about this many times, and you know, as has the Woods players and coaches on this team. The press has been an issue for them, and we're seeing that right there where it's a steal and then an Escobar opportunity. It was an incredible play by Camille Misner just to get it to Escobar, though she could not execute. But if Fairfield Woods can get by the press like we're seeing right there and then shoot the ball quick, just try to get quick opportunities up, that's how they got that look with McDonald that was able to fall through early on. That was Woods' only lead. It was 3-2, just about 30 seconds, if that, into the first quarter. Now we only have 1:52 left in the first quarter, and Lundergan trying to make something happen. A 12-4 scorer, kind of telling the story. It's been all Hawks from Bannock Pavilion. Jossie just trying to control it as she passes it. Hillcrest won't let her do that. Marissa Lombardo snags it away. Now they step back. A tip as they get it into Escobar out of bounds. Farrell and Baxter got a hand on it. Substitution. Peyton Gracia checks in, and Marissa Lombardo, after her great defensive effort, she checks out. Down low off the inbound. Shot just doesn't go for Peyton Proteska. She's gotten a few looks today, just none of them have fallen. Though she is getting a lot of open looks, something to pay attention to throughout the whole game. McDonald kind of tosses it over. Lundergan trying to use her body to drive in. She instead goes to Ray Baxter down low. Baxter's shot hits the side of the backboard. She gets back her own rebound. Lundergan, those are the shots that are going to have to go. That one is no good. And immediately down the court with pace, Camille Misner. Down low, Escobar with height on everyone else. Now a drive off of the pass. Beautiful basketball, passing it around and getting the drive. Charmani will make some pay. It's 14-4. Fairfield Woods, only 4 field goal attempts today. And you're seeing 14 points, 4 or 5 field goals made on the Hillcrest side. So I think they just got to get up more shots, feel less hesitant about maybe trying to get the perfect look and just get the shots up. They got 17 seconds to make something happen here in this first quarter. Farrell tried to go quick, almost lost the ball. They instead have to get a Taylor from it. Jumps up with a little bit too much force. Baxter trying to chase her down with 7 seconds. Down the court, wide up in mid-range. Falling down, no foul. Jossie gets the rebound, but that's the only thing we see action-wise as we end the first quarter. It was a 3-2 start for Fairfield Woods. However, only 5 field goal attempts all day, and they're paying the price for it. The undefeated Hillcrest Hawks marching their way onto this court, playing outstanding basketball. 14-4 is your score after 1 quarter. We'll be back for the second quarter of action from Fairfield Woods. We're returning you action here from Fairfield Woods Middle School. 14-4 is currently your score. I want to let you know we've had a lot of anticipation about this girls basketball hype video. Now between the temporary cap cut ban and you know some different software issues and this, that. We have had to delay it many different times. I got sick one of these weeks. Finally, next week, Wednesday, January 29th, during our boys basketball live stream against none other than Hillcrest, which could decide seeding over on the boys basketball side, and we'll get to that during that game next week. We will officially premiere the hype video for the girls basketball team, and it'll also be posted that day right on the Fairfield Woods Middle School YouTube channel. So it'll be monumental. I know you guys have been waiting for a long time for the girls basketball hype video. And so you guys are going to be able to see it next Wednesday, January 29th, if you tune into our boys basketball stream. We'll get that to you guys then. In the meantime, Woods missed a quick fast break to open the quarter. We're about 24 seconds in to the second quarter. And it's a 14-4 start for Hillcrest. They look to add on to it. Contact on the Camille Misner drive. She'll get 2 more looks. Again, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Let's dive into the standings. Hillcrest is 8-0, Jockey Hollow 10-2, Madison's 8-2. Those will be the top 3 seeds. You're going to be seeing the top 3 in point differential. Those are certainly your top 3 teams. Fairfield Woods looking to kind of separate their deficit. They're 4-6, 5-6 currently at the moment. The standings is unknown if they've updated the recent schedule. So Fairfield Woods 5-6 it is, and they currently have the tiebreaker advantage over Roger Ludlow Middle School for the 4th seed. They're both 5-6, but again, Fairfield Woods beat them head-to-head. They'll also play them later this week at Fairfield Woods Middle School on Thursday, which could decide who gets that home game as well. And there are a few different things that will kind of go into that, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Only one of the two fall for Worcester. They get it back, then Woods gets it right back. Jossie pushes it up the court with pace. Lexi Ortiz, welcome to the basketball game. She checks in for Fairfield Woods. Driving in, Lundergan clangs off the iron. Escobar with pace. She pushes it down the court. Three-pointer off a step back is good. Camille Misner taking things over in the quarter. She's got 4 in the second quarter alone. Pass beats the press. We see that right there. Farrell trying to work with Lundergan. Gets it down low, Baxter. With Escobar, great defense, and Escobar rejects it. Baxter chasing it, and a little bit of a sarcastic smile after the rejection. And down the other end. Shots are no good. Misner was looking to really ice this crowd. There's a foul, the reach-ins for Peyton Gracia. Gotta say, we have 3 Peytons on this team for Hillcrest. Peyton Escobar, Peyton Proteska, and Peyton Gracia. So, very interesting. That score should be updated for you now. Sorry, we just faced some scoreboard difficulties. 18-4 is your score. Farrell kicks out Megan Lundergan. Megan drives in, steps back. Shot is no good. It hits the back of the iron. Taylor Vromman now kind of in a chasing effort with Camille Misner. They get it down low, just above Farrell. But it goes to Vromman. They say kick ball before she did get it. And you can see Vromman frustrated that she won't come down with the steal. Grayson Golebeski will be the one to check in for Fairfield Wood. For Hillcrest. And checking out for the first time today is Peyton Escobar. Proteska trying to make something happen while double team. Baxter gets the tip. Ortiz gets the steal. Lexi Ortiz coming into the game as an 8th grader and making her presence evident. Lundergan drives, tries to use the backboard. It's a tough angle and a tough result. Foul on Ortiz. Misner was trying to make it happen again. They're going to wave off the shot as the Hawks will look to inbound. Now I spoke with the head coach of Hillcrest, Ron Pelletier. And essentially he just talked about the fact that I said, if this game goes to overtime, you don't want to play Fairfield Woods. They've been the home overtime heroes. Gone to overtime in 2 of their last 3 games. Fairfield Woods won both of them. They've won 3 straight here in front of their home crowd. And I said, he's like, you know what? If this game goes to overtime, it wouldn't surprise me. These are 2 really, really good teams. Both fight hard. Both are well coached. And we were just talking about that before the game. However, Hillcrest, that's not a team that will be prone to go to overtime. Point differential, the amount of points you're winning by on average. A point differential for Hillcrest of 31.9. It's negative 5.3 for Woods. Negative 5.3 for Woods. That's the 5th best in the county. 31.9, to no surprise for the Hawks, is the best in the county. That means they're winning their games. Every time they suit up, they're winning. Not only are they winning, but they're winning by about 32 points on average. This team is dominant. They have championship aspirations. They're there every year. And currently, they're just working by this Woods defense in terms of speed. Looked like it tipped off McDonald. They're not going to call it there. It was great passing and a great move. Char Manuel just couldn't execute. So it'll be Fairfield Woods to get it back. A high pass for Megan Lundergan. She tries to regroup. They got to get it above half court. They finally do. McDonald's presence kind of slowing them down. McDonald made a 3 earlier. She knocks one down again. 2 field goals made for Woods today, and both have come from Lily. She's got 6. This crowd's starting to get a little louder. Deficit now only 11. They drive it in on Estelle Madera. It's no good. Estelle came in for Ray Baxter. They kind of play a similar role. That's why she checked in, and she doesn't get the rebound there. It leads to a Peyton Proteska bucket. Proteska keeps the margin double digits. Lundergan, 3:30 left to go here in this second quarter. Woods trying to make something happen. They trail by 13 points and a 20-7 score. And they're playing the best team in the county. It's expected for them to play really well, but a tough break. We've seen many of those types right there. McDonald just couldn't control it. Farrell couldn't get back on defense. No, the shot was no good. Multiple shots were no good. First from Manuel, then on the rebound, the second chance looks. Hillcrest finally does get one. Camille Misner check it out. Marissa Lombardo is the one to check it. McDonald gets it in. They say off Hillcrest. So the Cats will get it with 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Farrell, the kick out. It's stolen again. The pickpocketing in this game has been unbelievable. But there's Taylor Froman with the steal, trying to make it happen herself with too much force. Farrell's got to get the rebound, then she has it stripped away. Proteska working down, then slowing it down. Harper Barrett, the one to control. You can hear that foul from back here in the announcer's booth. They don't call anything. Maybe they say a touch ball first. So Woods catches a break, and then they get it down. Taylor Froman, the mid-range. The backboard's your best friend for a reason. Great pass from Farrell. That's an assist for her. That's 2 points for Taylor Froman. The Cats lead 11. Trying to go right back down the court. Lombardo tries to make something happen. She can't, though. Hillcrest gets another look at it. It stays with them. Substitution. Peyton Escobar checks in. Grayson Golembeski is the one to check out. (20-9) with 2 minutes and now a second remaining. Estelle Madera, the one to grab it away. Fairfield Woods will now gain control, maybe a few buckets here and there. They can start to play really well. And McDonald's shot was online, just didn't have the power. Saving it in their own zone is Woods, so they got to get back now because it's led to a fast break, which Hillcrest has been incredible on, but Escobar can't convert on the bucket. Hillcrest got many chances. The shots just haven't fallen. I keep going to McDonald if I'm Fairfield Woods. She's getting open. Her shots are online. She's 2 of 3 from range in this game. And her last one had the accuracy. Didn't have the power, but it did have the accuracy. So it looks like she may have herself a shooting afternoon in this game. She can pick it up. She drives. Looked like a foul. They also call it. Could have called a foul or a travel. They call the call that Woods wasn't wanting to hear with 76 seconds left in the second. Possession will go right back to Hillcrest. We have seen no jump balls in this game. Hillcrest did win the tip. If we do see a jump, it would go to Fairfield Woods. There's a travel. Escobar trying to make something happen on the wraparound pass to Char Manuel. Wait a minute. Are they going to say it stays? No, it is going to go to Fairfield Woods, but Hillcrest just anticipating here with a press on the way. Estelle Madera checks out. Her good friend Ray Baxter, the one to check in. We've kind of mentioned how they are great friends here on these streams. So they're kind of substituting in for each other. They play a similar role both defensively and offensively. It's very rare they're in the game at the same time, maybe only in games where there's significant height discrepancy. There's a foul. Coach Atwood kind of explaining, slow it down here. You got 49 seconds left to go. And obviously an 11-point deficit, not exactly what you would want to have if you're Fairfield Woods. But it's better than nothing. And so I think that the key thing here is instead of having this a 32-point deficit like it sometimes is with this Hillcrest team, minimize the deficit, make this like a 5 or 6 point game going into the fourth quarter, 7 maybe even at that, and then you could really start to cut into it and you give yourself a chance down the stretch. A few inbound passes tip away. Woods is finally able to get it in. McDonald wraps to Farrell, wraps to Lundergan, who has Baxter down low, though Escobar playing very close defense on number 22. McDonald, I mean, this is terrific man-to-man defense. And it's turned over. They try to get it to Vrahman, could not control it. 25 seconds left. Maybe adding the salt to the wound here is Hillcrest. They look to add on some more points before we go to halftime. Escobar, Baxter's right there. That's a great contest by Ray Baxter. She gives Woods another chance with 15 seconds left to go in the second quarter, but as they have done this entire game, you know Hillcrest is going to apply that pressure. Now, can Woods get past it again? They got 15 seconds to do so. Lundergan kind of slips through the press. She's got Vrahman. She tries to shoot. Foul on the ground. 10 seconds, only 5 go off on that opportunity. Usually it's Farrell off the inbound. They probably want to have her available for shots. Instead, it's McDonald, the play, one of the only 2 players to make field goals thus far in this game. She'll actually be the one to inbound. It's Ray Baxter. Lundergan's got a quick mid-range. There it is. Megan Lundergan gets herself on the board. Makes the deficit single digits. 1 second, an opportunity at the buzzer. Hits off. The right idea, the right look for Char Manuel. Though Megan Lundergan getting this crowd into it, giving Woods a chance. Lundergan gets her first points of the half to end the half with just about 5 seconds left. Hillcrest, a 20-11 lead. They've won their games by, again, an average of 32 points per game. So an impressive margin thus far. Both teams trying to stay with it. We're in for a battle come second half. We're going to have a quick halftime show. In the meantime, let's turn to our cheer team here at Fairfield Woods, as I'll personally take a break on the mic. Again, let's give it up to our Fairfield Woods cheer squad. We're back from Fairfield Woods Middle School, returning for some second half action pretty soon. Fairfield Woods returning from their lockers. Again, big girls basketball hype video premiering on the boys basketball live stream on Wednesday, January 29th. You can see right now Hillcrest returning to their benches. They got a cool huddle right in front of our camera, so you kind of got to see some action there. I mean, Hillcrest, they can do whatever the heck they want to do. They're marching here. They had a great half. However, they usually score 57 points a game. They scored 20 in the first half. That would put them on pace for about 40 throughout the entire game. So Fairfield Woods minimizing their usual production in this game. Woods just has to get up more shots. I mean, they got up, I think it was 3 total shots in the first quarter. So if they could get the looks, they will fall. I mean, in this game, I mean, it's honestly been the Lily McDonald game. She's got 6 points. Jossie Farrell's only got 1. Megan Lundergan's got 2. Taylor's got 2. I mean, it's overall a lower scoring game. But if McDonald could step up to the plate and take it, that would be great. We're going to return to second half action soon. We're quickly going to go down to our sideline man, Justin Otashi.
Hello, Woods, thank you, Chase. Fairfield Woods Middle School has serious issues with the full-court press. Hillcrest has been applying a lot of pressure to Fairfield Woods Middle School. Now, they have also been having trouble with Megan Lundergan with the passes, the interferences. They have a little bit of a backfield advantage with the techniques that coaches teach them. Right now, the undefeated Hillcrest beating Fairfield Woods 20-11. I'm just going to tell you back to you, Chase.
Thanks, Justin. We appreciate what you're doing. Our wonderful sideline man, Justin Otashi, on the mic. Here we go, second half. Woods not out of it. They're playing the top team in the county here. And yes, the Hawks are imposing their will, but the Wildcats are limiting that how much they can do that, if that makes sense. Overall, they played a good game. Turnovers just been a problem, and you see that right there. Try to get too perfect of a look, and it leads to kind of some chaos here. Can't get the rebounds. Escobar's had the height all afternoon, and then she's able to get it out to her teammates, such as Char Manuel right there doing the rest. It'll stay with Fairfield Woods. Hillcrest will continue to apply the press until kind of being told otherwise. They would be told otherwise from the head coach Rob Pelletier. But I mean, I don't know why they would stop doing it, because thus far the press has been generating this kind of pressure and some mishaps, frankly, from Fairfield Woods. And you see that right there. There is a mishap, and Escobar gets it inbounded right in front of her own bench. Cami Misner. Kick out Escobar, yes! How many do they credit her with there? Give her, they're gonna say 2. Looks like that foot may have stepped on the line. So 24-11 your score. Adding on to their lead here is Hillcrest trying to drive it in. Shot no good. Escobar grabs the board. Fletcher, we're not able to get you a scoreboard on one of those angles. We'll try to get that to you pretty soon. Mid-range opportunity, and Hillcrest coming out firing. It's now a 15-point lead. And you talk about imposing their will. They're doing it to begin the quarter. But Woods makes the press. Taylor Robin, just a little bit too much pressure. It'll stay with Fairfield Woods. Robin, it feels like panics and she's trying to get it up and puts a little bit too much force on it on the fast break. This is what this Hillcrest team does. They suck the will to live out of teams, and I think these next few minutes will show whether Woods is going to be able to stay around and possibly pull off a comeback victory, but it causes mishaps. And Lundergan trying to fix a few of them. She floats it up. Escobar gets a hand on it, and the Hawks control it entirely. Really tough to beat this team. They can beat from so many areas. Escobar no good, but working right past Farrell on the rebound. Char Manuel and Coach Atwood not quite happy with the early miscues. 28-11 is your score, and an 8-0 run to begin the second half, into 1 minute and 11 seconds. Wow. Again, talk about imposing your will. The Hawks are doing that. They're sucking the will to live out of Fairfield Woods right now. It's a 17-point lead. Coach Atwood will try to regroup, get her girls back in the game. We'll be right back. We're returning from Fairfield Woods, and applying the pressure is Woods, or at least trying to. They bring it up, they get the look, and then Hillcrest says, no, and then they go down. Escobar. Lundergan cleans it up. Cross-court pass to Farrell, a risky one, and one that doesn't quite pay off. Charmanuel. It's a 19-point deficit. It was a 9-point game, and Hillcrest has now come out and made it a 21-point game, a 12-0 run to begin. And we're going to update that score for you now, 32-11. There's some contact, and the coaches are not happy. Some free throws on the way for Ray Baxter. I want to talk about kind of the coaching. I mentioned Ron Pelletier, but his assistant as well is Mike Pelletier, and they are brothers. So they're coaching together here as brothers on this girls' basketball team, kind of doing it together, which is pretty awesome. And they're doing some pretty awesome things here for Hillcrest. Again, this loss would be bad for Woods because it would take them away from controlling their own destiny, perhaps, for a home playoff game. Ray Baxter had an opportunity to tack on 2 more to their score, neither fall. For number 22, she's kind of been in and out of the game, her and Estelle Madera, throughout the day. We're even seeing Lexi Ortiz, though, getting some rotational minutes in this game. But again, I just mentioned with Hillcrest, they got the speed, they got the height. I mean, there's Cami Misner just attacking. 4 minutes in and 4 minutes left to go in this third quarter, and it could not be any more Hillcrest. Ortiz. Rebound goes to Lundergan. She tries to regroup, works towards the perimeter. Step back three-pointer, not enough power on it. It's almost like an NBA 2K. The green meter, it just didn't exactly quite get the meter where it's supposed to be. Jossie Farrell, though, a block from behind on Escobar. Great defensive effort from number 10 in white. I forgot to store her name for some reason at the beginning. Just my eyes passed over it, but, I mean, you got to definitely mention her because she's a key part of what they're doing. But then Escobar, you want to talk about a rejection. That ball sent out to Trumbull. Lexi Ortiz with Megan Lundergan. She gets it right to her, working on the perimeter. Trying to get it by Prenteska. She's now double-teamed. Charlie Thompson checks into the game, and then she tries to get it to Farrell, and it doesn't go so well. Right down the court working is Manuel. She manually is getting this score higher. It's a 25-point deficit now, and starting to look more and more like that 32-point deficit we see on a game-by-game basis. Lundergan, they're just trying to find something right now. Ortiz down low, Thompson mid-range. That one rolls in. Charlie Thompson gets herself involved. A great mid-range look. She's got her first points of the afternoon with 2:31 left to go in this third quarter.
Charlie Thompson, 2 points.
Travel would have been an unbelievable move had they counted it with the spin move. For Peyton Escobar, she checks out after the efforts for Andrea Lamore. Can't be quite too upset, though, if you're Hillcrest right now. Currently leading by 23 points. Woods has only scored 13 the whole day. Lundergan gets it taken away, though it does roll out of bounds. Making a substitution, the 6th grader, Maya Hall. She checks in for the veteran Farrell, and it looks like Coach Atwood going deep into her rotation. Trying to play some players who aren't always getting rotational minutes in some of these overtime thrillers. Now trailing by 23. Cammie Misner is the one to snag up the rebound. She's doing it all herself. That's unbelievable. She gets it out, Pateska. Shot no good, though. She gets her own rebound. Pateska. Misner, three-pointer. Rebound, Lundergan. Megan. Would have been a really cool move and execute it. Her accidental mess up almost turned into a great highlight. Instead, they turn it over. Lexi Ortiz on the fast break. Trying to stop the running Lombardo, and she's called for contact. Marissa Lombardo now in for 2 shots. Let's talk about Maya Hall, the 6th grader, and I know she's kind of played a little bit of action here and there, but overall hasn't gotten much playing time. So it's great to see her play and Coach Atwood try to communicate with her guard, Lily. Maya did participate, as did most basketball fans, and especially the players on the team during the 2024 Thanksgiving pep rallies here at Fairfield Woods Middle School. She looks to make an impact. Number 2, look for her to perhaps get her first points of the day, or first points as a Wildcat. She tries to grab the rebound, though gets it snagged away. Misner showing no fear. Hillcrest gets it right back. Shot looked online. No, rimmed out. 1:20 left to go in the third. Ortiz mid-range, too much air. Hall chases down the board and turns it over instantaneously. And driving it down again, that's been the story. I wish we kept track of the opposing stats. I'd love to know how many points Char Manuel has in this third quarter. I mean, she's been the story. She gets fast breaks, gets to attack down low. I mean, so far it's everyone right now. It's even Misner, and it's getting out of hand. Cammie Misner, whatever was said when we were showing that camera angle on the halftime conversations worked, because currently Hillcrest outscoring Woods by 18 points in the quarter, 20-2 in the third quarter. And Hall chucks it up, turns it over again. She was intending for Lundergan. Some substitutions for both teams, which do include both Lombardo and Manuel checking out. Lundergan's got 20 seconds to try to cut down what's been a deficit that has grown substantially here in this third quarter. The third quarter issues were a problem, never because of defense, more because Woods couldn't score. They've only scored 2 points and they've allowed 20. Not exactly their finest 8-minute showing, they'd be the first to tell you. But again, they're playing a really, really good team. A team that's experienced, a team that has height, length, speed. I mean, they're the best in the county for a reason. They're winning the championship or in the championship every single season. Misner can't beat the buzzer. A quarter, the Cats will just simply look to put behind them. 20-2 was the score in that quarter for Hillcrest. We're going to go to break, a 27-point deficit. We got one more quarter of action from Bannock Pavilion. One more quarter, Fairfield Woods bringing back in all of their starters, maybe trying to make one last push, one last effort in this game. Only 13 points through 3 quarters, maybe some more offense. They just haven't been able to get up many shots. To me, that's just been the main thing that stood out. And Megan Lundergan has been held in check. This is a player who can easily get to 16 points. I mean, we had our great basketball analyst, Justin Otashi, tell us before the game he rejected about 16 points from Lundergan in this game, and she's currently sitting at a lousy 2, and it's not because of what she's done, but Hillcrest has, as I like to say, hit the prioritization button on containing Lundergan's play, and it's worked. Woods has had to go elsewhere. Lily McDonald stepped up with 6 points. That leads the team currently. Jossie's got 1. It came from a free throw earlier. She'll have 2 more opportunities to get herself in the mix. Jossie misses both. Try to go for the steal was Robin. Harper Barrett was having none of it. Woods will push back on the press. See, to me, again, you can't expect to win this game, but down 27 points. I think Woods should apply a press of their own, and I'm sure that's something they want to look at kind of going into the postseason and going into playoff play. A 27-point deficit, maybe applying the press. I mean, forget the talent or the height or the length or any of that. When one team simply has to do more and is asked to do more on any given play, every single play, that team is usually going to be the one to have more troubles winning a basketball game. So if you're Fairfield Woods, maybe apply the press the next time you see this Hillcrest team, which is going to come next week when the boys travel on the road and then they go to Hillcrest. Goes out of bounds. Misner with contact and don't call a foul, though they do keep it with Hillcrest. Lundergan came up short on an opportunity back on her own end. 2 of 6 today is Lundergan. 0 of 3 is Farrell. McDonald tries to push it down. Lundergan trying to get herself in the mix. She scored right before the half ended, that being the first half. It doesn't go, and then Hillcrest, whatever they're doing, does go. Harper Barrett adding the salt to the wound. It's a 29-point deficit. Hillcrest in a comfortable position currently. 29-point lead is what it is. And it just shows you this is a good Woods team that could be getting a top 4 seed in the county. Could be playing a home game in the playoffs. And the Hawks have marched in here and sucked their will to live. I mean, that has nothing to do with Fairfield Woods. That's a great team, but we're witnessing a historic dynasty type thing right now from Hillcrest. I mean, this is a team that is either winning or performing in the championship game every single season. What they're able to do on a year-by-year basis is very impressive. And it just shows in this game. Defensively, they have the right outlook, and they just force the unforced errors. They're a team that's like a team of the NFL playoffs. It's like it's not actually their talent that makes them so good. It's their inability to make mistakes and their ability to force mistakes out of their opponent. There's a reason why they're undefeated at the current time. An 8-0 lead. Or 8-0 record. This is a team that's going to be playing a ton of games to close out these weeks. And they're definitely going to close themselves in on a number 1 seed if they keep playing the way that they are. A few cameras aren't working for you right now. I'm so sorry. Here we go, right back at you. Woods not able to convert on the offensive side, so now they got to convert on the defensive side. Checking into the game, Peyton Gracia. No problems. Deficit's 31. Lundergan, Estelle Madera on the mid-range, off the backboard. Madera gets herself in the mix from mid-range territory. It's Woods' second bucket of the second half. Goes out of bounds. 4:36. And Kaya Palazzolo, 6th grader in for Taylor Vrobin, who we spoke with before the game. If that is it for Vrobin's day, 4:36 left to go in the quarter, fourth and final quarter. If that is it for Vrobin's day, she played pretty well, 2 points, 2 rebounds. 1 of 6 from the field. She had some great opportunities, just felt like she had a little bit too much power on a few of her shots, and that's why her scoring total only sat at 2 points, but a really great effort from Vrobin today. Again, thanks so much to her for speaking to us before the game, and now you're going to see first look at Palazzolo and what she's capable of. Shot kind of rolling around the rim. Lundergan taking advantage. She's got Jossie Farrell to her right. She tries to go to her. Farrell spins around. Scott McDonald, good to go. Lily McDonald from range. That's a 3-pointer. Great passing all around. Jossie, you got to credit her with the assist there. Instead of forcing the shot, she turns around and finds her, though, right back on the other end. Hillcrest. You know they're going to score. They got 46 points today. It's a 46-18 score. Sorry, we haven't really updated that scoreboard for you guys. We're going to get that to 46-18 again is your score. Alex Doschleo is the one who's in the game for Hillcrest. DeGiolo's group gives it up. Lundergan works down low. They try to find Madeira. Rolls right off her stomach. Mark Andrews 2-point conversion type of catch right there. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so still a little heartbroken by the results of the 2-point conversion. So, and a few of my stat people here making fun of me. Again, I do this every stream, but it's always so important. We got to talk about the people behind the scenes, and we've live streamed every single game, boys and girls, this entire season at home. And so 48-18 your score. I do want to step aside for a second. I want to give a huge shout out to Arif Kapoor, first of all, who's running the whole thing on his own personal computer, making it happen for all of us, doing the groundwork on the behind the scenes work in general. So we appreciate his efforts. Parshva Shaw is usually with us, so he's not with us today. Same goes for Nathan Van Dorp, but also some other people, Noah Wider, working your main camera, Alex Majeski behind the scenes. Great stat department, which includes Justin Otashi, Aiden McDowell, Ian Van Dorp, Riley Lawrence, helping the whole ship come together. So we appreciate all of their efforts and what they do, because obviously it's great broadcasting these games, and we love the efforts that the girls basketball team puts in, or the boys, or whoever is playing. But it is always great to see. It is always great to mention the people who really are making this happen, and that's the behind-the-scenes team. So I give them a huge thank you, and they allow me to do what I do best. So honestly, it's a great pairing, and we're so glad we're able to get you guys these games. Thank you guys so much for the constant support. 48-18, 1:56 to go. And Woods has taken out all of their starters. It's an entire bench unit. Palazzolo and Hall, the 6th graders, Charlie Thompson, the lone 7th grader, and then Estelle Madeira, Lexi Ortiz, the 8th graders who don't get as much rotational time as your 5 normal starters. Madeira pass a little bit too high. She tries to jump forward. Ortiz couldn't quite get it to her. Then down low. Shot is no good. Emma Avery was the one to try to put it away. Maya Hall just has to control the dribble. She does. Gets it down low. Palazzolo and Charm Annual simply fighting for it more. We're down 71 seconds. Out of bounds with a few substitutions for the Hawks. They switch up their lineup again, 71 seconds. Next time we talk to you guys from Fairfield Woods, it's them against Roger Ludlow on Thursday. Why is that game important? With this loss, Fairfield Woods, they're going to be 5-7.
2 points.
Ludlow, and they're playing today. I'm pretty sure we'll find out what their record is and maybe more about the game. We'll talk about this pregame. That's currently the team Woods is fighting for a home playoff game and a 4th seed. You got to give credit, though. The 7th and 6th graders, Charlie Thompson on the offensive end, Kaya Palazzolo on the defensive end. This whole team as a whole will fight for a home game. They'll play Roger Ludlow if they are a game behind, they still have a chance. They beat Ludlow earlier in the season. Plus, they own tiebreakers in terms of point differential. And then the head-to-head record would be tied, but point differential is what it goes to next, and then point differential in head-to-head games, which it probably won't get to that point. Woods would probably control the point differential, so Woods would probably have to lose out these next 2 games or something close to it if they don't want a home playoff game, but a win against Ludlow, very important. I mean, that's at the utmost of importance. 5 seconds, Hillcrest. Gotta give them credit. The Hawks are legit, folks. They storm into Fairfield Woods. Put the flag in almost as their territory. I mentioned it, guys. This team wins by about 32 points a game. They come into Bannock Pavilion and win by 30. An impressive outing, an impressive performance from an impressive team. Woods will have to see Hillcrest one more time. I don't think anyone wants to see this team right now. The Hawks stay undefeated. Fairfield Woods, a tough loss. However, a home playoff game, not out of the question. We'll see you Thursday, and the following Wednesday, you'll see our girls basketball hype video. But again, please be sure to tune into Thursday's broadcast, the most important of the year for Fairfield Woods. Thanks so much to our great behind-the-scenes team. Thanks so much to all the great people who are allowing us to make this happen. We're going to update that scoreboard for you guys. 50-20 is your final score for Fairfield Woods. We appreciate you guys. Signing off, I'm your play-by-play man, Chase Coburn, saying so long from Fairfield Woods. Have a great night, everybody, and we will see you on Thursday for your in-town rivalry game. And the stakes have never been higher. Take care. Have a great night.